You're live. That's what it says. Hello again, not Facebook rather, but YouTube. Just came across some information. Somewhat alarmed by it, but I try to keep a level head. As I said in my previous video, while I've taken some undergraduate courses, science courses at the university level, I don't have any background in epidemiology or virology or infectious disease. I have a certain degree of scientific literacy, but these are challenging times for those endeavoring to think critically and trying to come to informed decisions. So you try and take in as much information as possible. I know for many, it's simply a matter of flicking on the evening news and whatever the narrative is being promulgated over, broadcast there, they say X, so X has to be true. Ontario, we've just had lockdown measures introduced, and the narrative, if you turn on the evening news, is that these measures will, are intended to reduce the spread of the virus, to lower our case numbers. I have my doubts that they'll work because all the major drivers of infections are allowed open, but I'm not talking about that tonight. Tonight I want to talk about the vaccine, these mRNA vaccines. We have Pfizer's approved. I believe Moderna, if it's not approved yet, it's going to be. But I have zero doubt about that. And I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I've had everything. I've had MMR, tetanus, smallpox, goodness knows. I mean, if it's been out there, it's gone to my arm. I've got that lovely little scar that old people like me have. I got it in 1978 and left a mark that's still visible, 78. I was 12 or 13. And, now it's gone, God knows how many years later, 40 plus years later, I still have the mark. So anyway, but I'm a little mRNA. This is the first mRNA vaccine approved for human use. mRNA technology is not new. It's been around 15, 20 years. Been a lot of study and research into it. This is just the first vaccine that's ever been approved for human use. And, you have to decide, do you want it or do you not? Now, this has come out from the CDC, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention in the US. I've already got the link in the comments, I think. So this is V-Safe Active Surveillance for COVID-19 Vaccines. And they have data from the 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, and the 18th. However, the numbers for the 18th, it says they're up to 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So here's what we're looking at. They mention here they're giving health impact events. And what their definition of a health impact event is this: unable to perform normal daily activities, unable to work, required care from doctor or healthcare professional. Within that verbiage, does that mean that everyone falls into all those categories, that every one of these people is unable to perform daily activities, also unable to work, and also requiring care from a doctor professional? Or is it just one of the three, or two of the three, or all three of the three? I don't know. But regardless, here are the numbers. So on December 14th, registrants with recorded first dose, December 14th, 679. 3 health impact events. On December 15th, 6,090 registrants with a recorded first dose. Of the 6,090 doses, health impact events, 50. December 16th, 27,823 registrants with recorded first dose. Health impact events, 373. Then on December 17th, the number of first doses was 67,963, and health impact events was 1,476. December 18th, 112,807 first doses, 3,150 reported health impact events. And if you do the math of if 3,150 people out of 112,807 doses, if that's 2.79%, if I'm doing the math correctly, and do it yourself, 3,150 divided by 112,807. I'll do it right now as I'm typing 3,150 divided by 112,807 comes to 2.79%. So almost 3% of the people getting the vaccine, from my understanding, reading this, almost 3% are unable, and that's for the numbers for December 18th. Were unable to perform normal daily activities, unable to work, required care from doctor or healthcare professional. Confirmed cases of anaphylaxis. The links there, you can read through the report yourselves. But, you know, this is immediate. These are people who have been vaccinated within the last few days. And is this an area to be concerned about? It's an area that I'm at least concerned enough about it to do a video and wonder, you know, and put it out there. I mean, if anyone has any more information, any more accreditation who can, you know, shed light on this better. But, you know, in terms of deciding whether or not to get this vaccine, I've read articles in the Jerusalem Post quoting an infectious medical professional with accreditation in infectious disease, and while this individual is not saying that there will be long-term effects, he's saying that at this point, you know, it's unknown. You know, it's not. You can't definitively say there will be no long-term impact because we don't know. No one's had this vaccine, you know, for a year, 2 years. It's an emergency use authorization that's been granted so far. Anyway, leave it out there. If you got a comment, throw it up, and I'm going to end the stream.